Hello, my dear Capricorn. Welcome. This is your mid-January love check-in. Let's look at your relationship status with somebody that you're connecting with here. Let's look at your energies right here, my dear Capricorn. Where you are right now during this time frame and the person you're connecting with. Let's see where your relationship has been. And what is the current status of your relationship? Okay. Well, we got the Hierophant and the Eight of Swords energy for you, my dear Capricorn. You've been really preoccupied with living up to certain expectations. You have imposed these expectations onto yourself, by yourself, or maybe you are kind of feeling trapped because the society has put certain expectations onto you. The Hierophant is the card of commitment, of an institution, like marital institution. So maybe you might feel like you're being trapped a little bit in your relationship during this time frame, and it's driving you nuts. It's driving you insane because you might feel like you cannot be fully yourself, or you might feel like there's just way too many expectations and responsibilities that come from this relationship, and you might feel like you cannot live up to them. Let's clarify this a little longer. Three of Wands and a Six of Cups, which tells me that you could, the progress is a little slow in your relationship right now because you're not really sure how to, you're looking ahead into your future and you're not really sure whether the future will look the way that you want it to look based on the current circumstances. And a lot of this has to do with something that happened in the past. Here with the Six of Cups here, it tells me that something happened in the past, and that past is controlling you. That past is not letting you enjoy your life the way that you should enjoy life. It's almost like whatever relationship cycles you've been getting yourself in the past, you're once again in that cycle again. And let's see where they're at. The Fool energy and the Wheel of Fortune energy. Interesting, because they are appearing like somebody who is full of life, somebody who's full of energy, somebody who is not really a very responsible person with the way these cards kind of line up here. There could be somebody that things appear to come easy to, like they don't have to think about paying for the bills. They might not have to think about having to work overtime. There's definitely some kind of ease in their life that you're picking up here. Yeah, it's almost like they just live their life to the fullest with the Knight of Wands here and the World card here. There's somebody who's just always looking for excitement, always looking for some kind of adventure. There might not be a person who's putting money away for savings. There could be somebody who's just taking whatever money they make and enjoying their life with it by like traveling. I don't know. They're just living in the moment instead of thinking ahead, thinking of how to make a better stable home, or thinking how to make this relationship more conducive for the time to come. Very easygoing energy and very free-spirited energy here that's coming from them, and I feel like that could be the source of frustration for you, because you're supposed to be acting like an adult, and it's almost like you always end up in a position of an adult, and you always end up in a position of somebody who's picking up slack. So in the past, something happened in this relationship with the Five of Pentacles being here. It tells me that energy of picking up slack for somebody has been here for a little while, like for a little bit. You are the one who has to meet the needs of others, and you are neglecting to meet the needs of yourself as you are meeting their needs. Does it make sense? Obviously, this is a general reading, so it might not apply to everyone. However, for many of you, I do feel like you've been prioritizing the needs and wants of this person over your own personal needs and wants. Let's see what the relationship is right now. Yeah, Three of Swords. You're heartbroken. You're disappointed because you probably have been sacrificing and probably have been working very hard in order to make this relationship work, in order to make life for this person a lot easier. Yet you're not getting the same back. You're not getting the same result back. You're not having your needs met at all, and therefore you feel heartbroken. And, all the sacrifice that you've done, all this effort, all this energy, all this money that you've put into this relationship, you're just not seeing it back to come around, right? Like, even though they say you're supposed to like give in the relationships and never expect anything, we all still have certain level of expectations, right? Like, when we commit to somebody, we expect them to be there for us, and I just feel like that person is not exactly there for you during this time frame. Let's see what the universe wants you to know. Six of Swords. You gotta move on from this energy. You gotta move on to this energy and transition into a much more harmonious space. With the Six of Swords here, Six of Swords are all about peace, all about leaving behind whatever is not serving you. So you either have to process what is causing you to constantly take care of others, or you have to disassociate with this relationship and not to give into it as much. Doesn't mean that you have to leave the person. It's not what this energy means. For some of you, that could be the case, that you have to walk away from the situation. But for others of you, this all it means is that like you have to reevaluate how you view the relationship and how you view your place within a relationship. Generally speaking, when we come together with another person to form a relationship, it's two equal individuals creating something together, right? In a time of need, obviously, we have to pick up each other's slack, but you should not always be the one who is the giver and its caretaker, especially when you're not getting this back. So the universe wants you to kind of look at this and readdress, where are you right now in your life, and where are you right now within this relationship, and has this pattern appeared in your relationships before? Because I do feel like for some of you it has. Like, this is not the first time where you're taking care of somebody else who's not giving anything back to you. So a good time to really reflect on what is happening in your life, and also good time to walk away from the past what's the word? Like this, I said past controlling you before. Like this past that's controlling you and making you be in a position of a caregiver. I hope I'm articulating this correctly for you to understand. And I hope that this reading has clarified a couple of things for you, my dear friend. Like the video and click subscribe, and have a great mid-month of January. My dear Aquarius, welcome. This is your mid-January love relationship check-in. Let's see where you are and the person you're connecting with currently are, I guess, in your relationship. Here's the Aquarius energies right here. Let's see the person you're connecting with right here. Where has your relationship been and your current state of your relationship? Okay, Aquarius, let's see. We got the Ace of Pentacles and a Ten of Wands here. I feel like you've been prioritizing your health and your well-being over anything else in your life, over this relationship, over all other people that you're connecting with. You've been putting yourself first because it's been really hard for you to constantly working on at your job, like constantly meeting all of your responsibilities, constantly having to be persistent with everything that has to be done. Like, you've been pushing yourself and pushing yourself and pushing yourself, and you realize that that's it. Like, you can't go on like this anymore, because if you are not taking care of yourself, if you are not doing well, if you're not healthy, if your financial security is not prioritized, then how can you be of help to anybody else? How can you be an equal partner? How can you be like any kind of partner? So let's clarify a little more here. Yeah, we got a 3 of Swords and the Strength card here, telling me that you were really suffering from constantly putting the needs of others first. And you've done it for quite some time, until you regain that bravery within yourself, until you regain that strength, and you just said, you know what, no. Or at least this is what the universe is telling you to do. Say no, that's it, no more. I come first. I gotta take care of me. I have to do me here. Concentrate on my opportunities. Concentrate on these new ventures that are coming my way. Concentrate on my well-being and realize my desires. And let's see where this person you're connecting with is. 9 of Cups and the 4 of Cups energy. So they're the kind of... they're definitely in a much happier place than you are. They're very happy with this relationship for the most part, except like they do appear to be disconnected at times. Like, they're not able to express their happiness because there's something on their mind that's preoccupying them and keeping them from being the loving, caring, expressive selves that they probably once were towards you. So they are being perceived as somebody who's disconnected, somebody who is like contemplating something constantly, somebody that's not, no matter what you do, they're just not satisfied with what you're giving them, with what you're offering to them. And that's why you felt like, maybe you didn't feel like it, but like maybe that's what pushed you to disconnect from this relationship and kind of go back into yourself, because no matter what you're doing for them, it appeared like it wasn't good enough. Let's clarify more, because I do feel like there's more to this situation. Yeah, like for some reason they're just disconnected with an 8 of Cups here and a Page of Cups here. They walked away. They left this relationship almost like behind in order to get their own happiness back. Does it make sense? Like, they're not an unhappy person. They do have beautiful emotions inside of them. They do look at this. All of the cards here are cups. They're dealing with something. They may be dealing with some kind of trauma. They're dealing with some kind of emotional distress. They're dealing with some kind of, I don't know, maybe like even depression for some of you guys. There's definitely something amiss there where they just needed to take this time for themselves. And it had nothing to do with you. So if you do feel like your partner is disconnected, it's because they're working on their own sense of well-being, specifically emotional well-being. Not sure what happened there, but definitely something made them disconnect, and they have to process it. Look at this, we got a Page of Cups here again. So this relationship is built on positivity. This relationship is built on sensitivity, on this beautiful exchange of romantic ideas. So the foundation here is really great. But again, we got a 3 of Swords. But right now, because of this disconnect that is happening in the relationship, it feels like there's a certain level of heartbreak here. Right? Like maybe a certain level of disappointment that you are feeling over this relationship because of how they are being right now. See what the universe wants you to know. Universe wants you to know that you should not take this personal. The Knight of Pentacles is here. The universe wants you to know that you have to bring a little patience into this relationship, and you have to realize that sometimes you gotta give the other person space, and it's okay to work on yourself. It's okay to do what you're doing here right now, trying to get your Aquarius sense back into your life. Get yourself back to who you are. And the solution will come. The solution will come of how to rebuild this relationship. However, it might not be easy. With the Knight of Pentacles here, the universe is telling you that you might need to put some work. You might need even to go to some kind of counseling, or you might have to be the one to bring up that difficult conversation and really sharing how you feel and try to hear them as they share how they feel. Tough energies. Tough energies, my friend. I hope this reading clarified a couple of things for you. Like the video and click subscribe if you haven't done so as of yet. And have a great month of January. Hello, my dear Pisces. Welcome. This is your mid-January love and relationship tarot card reading. Let's check where your energies are. Here, the 2 cards already fell out. And let's see what the energies of the person you're connecting with are during this time frame. Let's look at what's been happening in your relationship and where your relationship is right now. Ooh, we got the Hermit and the Chariot right here for you, my dear friend. 2 beautiful major arcana cards telling me that you've been really looking into yourself, really listening to your intuition in order to seek guidance of what to do next, of how to proceed. And you've been prioritizing your needs and your desire to be with yourself, by yourself, or with your people, almost like over the needs of the relationship, and that makes sense because you're understanding that when you are happy, that's the only time when you can be a good, solid partner in the relationship. When you feel in control of your life, when you feel like you're the one who's taking charge and kind of doing things for yourselves, that's when you can be the most giving and the most loving self to the person you're connecting with. 10 of Pentacles and the 9 of Cups. 2 beautiful cards here. And all of these cards are telling me is that you've been putting your financial stability and your emotional stability above all during this time frame, which is what we have to do, because when you are not safe financially, when you are not safe in that emotional space, as I said before, you cannot be a giving and loving partner in your relationship. And I feel that because you've been prioritizing yourself, there has been a lot more emotional stability within the relationship, at least on your side. Like you are much happier with this person and you're much more loving to this person because of this. And look at them, they're in a Sun and a 2 of Swords energy. Very interesting energy, because on one side they're seeking their own harmony. They're seeking their own positive emotions and beautiful feelings. But for some reason, it's very difficult for them to prioritize their happiness. Like they're not able to figure out how to make themselves as happy as they want to be. The High Priestess and the 5 of Pentacles. It's almost like the intuition is telling them to prioritize their needs, but for some reason they just cannot. For some reason, instead of prioritizing their needs, they're prioritizing the needs of others. It could be other family members, other people in the community, like somebody out of your relationship, I feel like. And that could have put a strain in the relationship in the past, and that's why you felt like you need to concentrate on you instead of concentrating on them, because in concentrating on themselves, they're concentrating on other people, on other entities who are not their responsibility. So in the past with this relationship, you obviously guys are a good match. You worked well together. You've been working towards creating a beautiful life together with the Seven of Pentacles here. Definitely pushing through and pulling through to make your life as beautiful and as prosperous as possible here. And today you are in its Hands of Cups energy. I like it. Today you are in this loving and beautiful relationship because of all the work that you've already put into it. So a relationship as it is right now is in a great place because you are taking care of your own needs. You're nice and wonderful and more giving as well here. They just need to deal with their own situation by trying not to expand themselves too much outside of the relationship. And however, what I appreciate about this right now, that even if they are doing this, what I said, like, this is a general reading, obviously this might not apply to everyone, but even if they are expanding their energy elsewhere where you don't feel like they should be, you almost kind of giving them space, or at least the universe is calling you to give them space. And because you're putting so much energy into concentrating on yourself here, that you kind of don't care, or at least the universe is telling you to prioritize your own self here so you wouldn't care about what they do. Let's see what advice the universe has for you. Okay, this card would not go back. Six of Cups is here. Wow, beautiful card. You know, I feel like many of you are healing from the past understandings of how relationships should be. You're no longer kind of trapped, or at least you're working towards being no longer trapped into that box of like, what is the ideal relationship? What is the ideal what does the ideal husband look like? What does the ideal wife look like? Or however, you know, what partner, second partner, I don't know. You know, like those traditional values that people impose on us, regardless of your orientation, regardless of what sex or gender your partner is. It's kind of like there's still these preconceived ideas of what is my role versus what is their role. And I feel like you're walking away from that old belief system, and now you're kind of rewriting rules for yourself of like, okay, this is my role, this is my responsibility, this is their role, this is their responsibility. I cannot be responsible for them. I can only be responsible for me. I like this message, and I like this growth here a lot. I hope this reading clarified a couple of things for you, my dear friend. Like the video and click subscribe if you haven't done so as of yet. And have a super wonderful mid-month of January. Hello, my dear Aries, welcome. And this is your mid-January love and relationship tarot card reading. Let's look at Aries energies during this time frame. And let's look at the energies of the person that you're connecting with. Let's see what's been happening in your relationship and what is the state of your relationship now. Okay, my dear Aries. Let's see. Oh, beautiful cards here. We got the Page of Swords and the Empress here. How beautiful. I feel like some of you are trying to expand your family. Trying to either take your relationship to the next step by moving in with the person, or like literally trying to conceive and have a baby here. And I like it. Some of you could be working towards conception, towards conceiving a child. going through IVF or talking about IVF, or actually just like researching of what it would be like to be pregnant, like what is entailing to have a child, or what does it take to be in a more committed relationship, like by living together, by expanding expanding your footprint here as it pertains to your family. This is also very receptive energy of conversations, energy of desiring to work things out, work things through, asking questions, thinking about how to make your family more stable. I don't know. Let's pull some more cards here. We got the Nine of Swords and the Three of Cups here. Wow. And the Nine of Swords is actually all of that anxiety that comes with taking a next step in a relationship. It's not easy to just kind of, start thinking about living with somebody or committing to a relationship with somebody or proposing. Even if you've been married with somebody for many, many years, a relationship constantly change and relationship constantly get bigger and bigger if you work on that. But it still does not usually happen without any sense of anxiety. For some of you, you are trying to work things through within a current relationship to make it better because it hasn't been really good for you, because it's been causing you some kind of distress. For others of you, you could be just anxious because you are thinking about babies and you are thinking about, conceiving and what it would be like to have a baby. Even a pet, even getting a pet is a whole lot of responsibility that's being added on. I do feel, but for a very small percent of you here, you may have felt like, maybe not even felt like, there could have been a third party involved in this relationship. So you could have been the one who's engaged in a situation with someone else, or this person you're connecting with might have engaged with somebody else at some point, and that has created a lot of anxiety and a lot of trauma for you. But I feel like you're working through this. You're trying to get past whatever happened and restart your life anew. Let's look at where they're at here. Eight of Wands and the Strength card. Wow. They are moving forward with this relationship, with their life. And I feel like many of them, this person you're connecting with is a very strong individual, somebody who's very strong-willed, somebody who's determined, and who you view as your strength. They possess a lot of wonderful energy, and I have two cards that just fell off on the floor, which are their Strength card again and the King of Cups. There could be somebody who's determined, who has an idea in mind, like maybe they're the one who wants to get pregnant, or they're the one who are pushing for this baby, for this next step in your relationship, and that's what's creating a little bit of anxiety in you. However, it's almost like you're perceiving them as they're making a decision a little too fast. They're a little bit too rash in their desire to go to the next step. And they could be making decisions very, very quickly because of that strength energy that's kind of surrounding them at this point. And that's the like overwhelming confidence, overwhelming self-assuredness that comes with this energy. Does it make sense? And look at this relationship, King of Cups. This relationship has been a good, solid relationship for many of you. Obviously, this is a general reading. This energy that I'm picking up, you'll know if it applies to you, because this is a solid relationship, a relationship that's full of love, a relationship that's kind and beautiful, where two people are coming together because they love each other, because they want to care for each other, and because they give each other a lot of attention and a lot of affection. And let's see the current state of the relationship. Queen of Pentacles. Wow, beautiful cards here, my friend. And that's the energy of practicality, energy of stability. And I feel like many of you do feel stable within this relationship. Whatever is making you feel anxious here, and whatever the next steps you're trying to take in your relationship, the only reason why you're thinking about even taking those next steps is because you feel stable within the overall relationship. You feel like you can overcome different types of hurdles that could come your way, and you feel like together you can overcome anything, really. Let's see what the universe wants you to know. These are really beautiful energies, what I'm picking up. Making me smile. Wow, 9 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles, how beautiful. And that's the card of rewards. You know, that's the beautiful card of enjoying the fruits of your labor. And I feel like whatever you're working towards the universe wants you to know that even though it might feel scary and it might give you a sense of anxiety, in the end of the day, you will definitely be happy with your choices, and you will be very much satisfied with this move forward that you're trying to do within this relationship. I love this energy, and I hope this reading clarified a couple of things for you, my dear friend. Like the video and click subscribe if you haven't done so as of yet. And enjoy mid-January, my friend. Yeah. Hello, my dear Taurus. Welcome. This is your mid-January love and relationship tarot card reading. Let's look at your energies first and then see what energies represent the person they're connecting with. I have already one card that fell on the floor. 7 of Cups here for your energy, my dear Taurus. And let's look at the energies of the person you're connecting with. What's been happening in your relationship and the current status of the relationship. So we have 7 of Cups and 3 of Cups here for you, my dear friend. You are kind of torn during this time frame. You could be torn between your friends and this relationship, because you kind of feel like you want to spend time with your friends, you want to spend time with people within your community, but at the same time, like, you feel this obligation that you should be spending time with this person you're connecting with. And it could make you feel like a little fickle at times, because yes, you love this person you're connecting with, like we have these cups, but at the same time you also love hanging out with other people, like doing other things. So balancing your time is definitely challenging for you during this time frame. Let's get some clarifying cards. Yeah, Page of Swords and the Knight of Swords. Wow, so you are driving yourself a little crazy with all of these thoughts, because you don't know what to do. You don't know how to proceed. So you're overthinking it. And this mental energy is pretty restless here, where you're trying to figure out, okay, what am I going to do? Where can I, say to my partner, like to this person you're connecting with, like, I actually want to hang out with my friends on a Friday night. Like, you might even, I feel like here with this energy, you haven't really told them what you want. You're just too scared to articulate your needs during this moment. So I do feel this strong energy that you want to do other things. Hang out with your friends. I said hang out within the community, like go to the gym, work on your hobbies, go to a conference, for God's sake. Like, I don't know, you want to do something outside of this relationship, but it's almost like you're scared that if you're going to bring it up, this person's going to blow up, or you might be perceived as somebody who doesn't care about the relationship as much. I don't know. There's definitely that thinking here that I'm picking up. And look where they are. 10 of Wands and a Knight of Cups energy. So they are a very responsible individual who is working hard to bring something into the relationship. I feel like for many of you, you are connecting with somebody who is a solid individual. They are following their desires, and they're also bringing love and and the sense of romance into the relationship, or at least that's what you're perceiving them. You're perceiving them as a very kind of, as that person who gives you like the butterflies in your stomach, and person who makes you happy, like a person who's your other half, right? Yet they are not scared to tell you what they're doing. They're not scared to tell you that right now, my dear Taurus, I'm following my passions. I'm doing me. I'm doing hanging out with my friends. I'm going here. I'm going there. So it's almost like you're keeping yourself available for that chance that they might be available for you. Obviously, this is a general reading, but this energy that I'm picking up is pretty strong, that you are kind of sacrificing your own needs for the sake that maybe you'll get to hang out with them. And High Priestess is here in the Three of Cups, and it seems like they're following their, intuition, and they're following their heart here. They're doing whatever they want. They're having fun. They're enjoying their life. They are having a blast. They're doing exactly what you're doing. What you want to do. They are doing it. They are hanging out with their friends. They are spending time in their hobbies. Very interesting dynamic here, but you're hoping that they will give you a little bit of time. And that's why you're not letting yourself have fun with the people that you want to have fun with. Let's see. So this relationship's been built on this Page of Wands energy, which is the energy of excitement and energy of exploration. So I feel like many of you have experienced a lot of great times with this individual. They could have taken you skydiving for the first time ever in your life. They could have exposed you to things that you were able to you would have been able to experience without them in your life. And that's why you're kind of holding on to them and adhering to their schedule so hard here. Let's see the current state, the Sun. Currently there is a sense of solidarity. There is a sense of harmony within this relationship. There is a sense of kind of like love, or some kind of balance here, which I really, really like. I like these energies. So what I see here is the universe is telling you, like, don't be scared to tell them, don't be scared to hang out with your friends. You can tell them what you're doing. I feel like they will be receptive to it. Let's see what the universe wants you to know. So at least on the outside, this relationship does appear very much beautiful and harmonious in some ways. Like there is no friction in this relationship. I'm not picking it up from this card, even though there's friction within you. And we have the Judgment card, and this is your advice from the universe to tell you that you gotta reflect a little bit of what's going on. You gotta kind of understand what is happening. You have to look at where you are in this relationship and where they are in this relationship, and how the two of you like what roles the two of you play within this relationship. Because there's something that needs healing within you. There's something that needs healing within this relationship for it to continue working. because there is a huge possibility. Like, it seems like it's working. You know, it seems like it's working out. Both of you are getting out of this relationship what you need or what you want. You know, you might have too many, like your expectations might not align with what they are willing to give you. And that's what the universe wants you to understand. Like, you got to reflect on those things, and you got to figure out, like, who are they to you and what are they able to give to you. And from that moment on, you can change your perspective on what is it that you should be doing with your time. I hope this reading clarified a couple of things for you, my dear friend. Like the video and click subscribe if you haven't done so as of yet, and have a super wonderful mid-January. Hello, my dear Gemini, welcome. This is your mid-January love and relationship tarot card reading. Let's look at where the Gemini energies are for this time frame. And let's see where the energies of this person that you're connecting with are right now. What's been happening in the relationship and the current state of the relationship. So you are in the Empress and the Four of Pentacles energy. You are a bit in a conflicted energy where you want to build this relationship, where you may want to make this relationship bigger, stronger. You know, you want to put time into it. You want to put love into it. You want to give into it. But at the same time, you're like pulling yourself back. And you're kind of not doing it. Does it make sense? Like, you want to do all these things, but at the same time, you're just not doing it. You're conserving your energy. You're conserving your resources. You're kind of like sitting and observing and waiting for them to act in order to respond in some type of way. Yeah, look at this. We got the Moon and a Ten of Pentacles energy. Very good energy. And that's the energy of kind of like subconsciously, you're almost scared to put in more because you feel like, what if it's not going to work out? What if something happens? What if this whole thing's going to fall apart? And then what's going to happen to me? Like, what's going to happen to my resources? What's going to happen to what I have? Like, how am I going to take care of myself? There's that fear underneath it all. And that fear is stemming from like this childhood, some kind of childhood fears, you know, like, you know how children are scared of the dark? Like, why are children scared of the dark? I don't know. Like, those fears are not warranted, but it's still there. So something inside of you is preventing you from being a full you, preventing you from acting the way you want to act because you're scared to end up being disappointed. Let's see where they are. The Wheel energy and the Chariot energy. Wow, beautiful. This is the energy of moving forward in life, like being on the brim of a new cycle, like trying regain control within their life. And I feel like maybe because they haven't had the sense of control within their life, they were not appearing secure enough, or they might have not appeared available enough to you. And that's what's making you hesitate a little bit, because you're observing them and all of your actions are directly correlated to how they are behaving and to what they're showing you. And it seems like right now, during this time frame, they're shifting. They're shifting in their life and they're finally regaining that control. Look at this. We got the Magician and a Page of Swords card come up here. They're trying to work on their life. They're trying to actualize their desires. They're working really, really hard. They're exercising a lot of willpower here. But a lot of this is happening on the inside. A lot of it is giving them a lot mental, that overthinking, mental overstimulation, where just overthinking and overthinking and thinking how to proceed, how to get back on track, how to get back into, into being on their path in life. And that could make you feel a little disconnected because they're too much in their head during this time frame. And this relationship is built on Seven of Wands. You can overcome anything in this relationship because you already have. You've overcame a lot of hurdles. There have been some things were thrown your way where both of you had to work through, and you did it. You accomplished. Your perseverance, your grit kind of made you overcome a lot of things that most people would look at and be like, wow, this is, there are challenges. There were some challenges here, but you got through it. And look at this. You're in the Lovers card. Like, this is the best. It's the Lovers. Like, this is a relationship and love reading right here. And you got the Lovers card telling me that there is a sense of balance. There is a sense of partnership and unionship within this relationship. Let's see what the universe wants you to know. Beautiful energies. I love it. I really do love it a lot. Even though the both of you are kind of slightly are dealing with your own energies here, you're still in the Lover's energy. Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands. That's what the universe wants you to know. Eight of Wands is here. This cycle is about to be over. Eights are all about the completion. So this cycle of you feeling a type of way, this cycle of them feeling a type of way, being all up in their head, is about to be over. So moving forward, I feel like in the next little while, like in the next few weeks even, universe has its own timeline here, but I do feel like soon, because Eight of Wands is a very rapid energy, like really quick energy card. Something is gonna change and something's gonna shift where their energy may ease off, because they are on a path of easing it off. They're on a path of restarting their cycle. And once you see them to be a little bit more open and a little bit more engaged, it will allow you to be yourself. It will allow you to be more giving, more loving, and more kind within this relationship. I love these energies. I hope this reading clarified a couple of things for you, my dear friend. Like the video and click subscribe if you haven't done so as of yet, and have a super wonderful mid-January. Hello, my dear Cancer. Welcome. This is your mid-January love and relationship tarot card reading. Let's look at Cancer energies for this time frame. And let's see the energies of the person you're connecting with. What's been happening in the relationship and your current state of the relationship. Okay, let's see what's happening here, my dear friend. Ooh, look at this. We got the Hierophant and the Nine of Wands for you. For your, how you feeling towards the relationship. So many of you understand that, relationships are kind of like that institution that's been established by our society. We kind of link up with people, we build this relationship. Usually those relationships are monogamous type relationships, and I feel like you're almost kind of rebelling against that idea of a traditional relationship, of what the traditional roles within the relationships are. And like, I'm just going to talk about like heterosexual relationships for a second, or even like any kind of relationship. There's one person who's always cooking, who's always cleaning, and then there's another person who's like not doing those things. They're just not doing those type of chores, like those everyday chores. And I feel like many of you are fighting against, like, you are stuck in the position of having to go to work to do, earn your money, do whatever is it that you got to do, and then come home and then kind of adhere to these societal standards or the standard within your relationship, where you are the one who has to clean up the house, walk the dog, do the laundry, like whatever else, cook on top of everything else. And you don't like it. You're not happy about this because it's taken too much out of who you are. Like, it's taken away from what you want out of life, out of your passions and out of your desires here. Let's see, we got a King of Pentacles and we got a Two of Swords. So from one side, you understand that, okay, this relationship is giving me some kind of stability. This relationship gives me abundance. Like, within this relationship, I feel very secure. Like, there's a lot of good things happening here. However, at the same time, the Two of Swords energy is kind of like making you think that it could be better. Like, this is not good. Like, my boundaries are overstepped. I am doing too much in the areas where I don't feel I should be doing as much. Like, I need help. So many of you could be feeling that way. Obviously, this is a general reading, so it might not apply to all of you, but I do feel there's a sense of being overall happy within the relationship, but questioning these standards, questioning the established routines within the relationship, and questioning the societal obligations of what you should and should not be doing in your role. And look at them. They're in the Seven of Cups and the Magician energy. So they're trying to do something. They're a little bit uncertain and confused in their life. They're uncertain about how they feel towards certain things, especially if you're bringing up, how you feel here. You're bringing up how you feel, and they might not take it. How do I say it? The way I'm feeling it is that if you bring up to them, like, wait a second, I need help with certain chores, I need you to do X, Y, and Z to help me out here and there, they might not really take it well, just because they're not used to you speaking up and demanding. Or not even demanding, but that's it's going to come off as a demand. They're just not used to hearing you speak up. So by you speaking up, they might feel a little confused and uncertain about how you feel towards them within the relationship. The Chariot and the Fool. However, with time, they're willing to listen to you. They're willing to hear what you have to say, and they're willing to help you out, work towards your idea of balance within the relationship. So they're not totally shutting it out, even if initially they could just be like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't do these things. Eventually, they will realize that they have to contribute and they have to give in the relationship. I do feel them changing in that direction if you bring it up, if you say something about it. Let's see where this relationship has been. Two of Swords. I feel like there has been friction within the relationship in the recent past, where maybe you've been trying to articulate how you feel, or maybe you've been trying to figure out how you feel in your mind, and outwardly you've just been acting, short towards them because they haven't been living up to their half of the bargain. Let's see the current state of the relationship, the Page of Wands. So currently, you guys are exploring and having these conversations of how to create a much more balanced and much more freed relationship, where one side does not feel like they're constantly doing all the chores, constantly doing all the work, and not having any fun. So I like where this is going. Let's see what advice the universe has for you. Two of Cups, beautiful. That's the energy of union, energy of partnerships. And the energy that I'm feeling, I'm not articulating it clearly enough, or at least I don't feel like I am. The message here that I'm getting is that if you are feeling overwhelmed, and if you do feel like these societal norms or the norm within your relationship no longer works for you, if you speak up and if you discuss it with your partner, not from a place of you don't do this and you don't do that, but from a place of I really need help with this and I really need help with that because I feel overwhelmed and I feel like I can't do anything for myself. I do strongly feel that the universe wants you to know that they will understand that message and they will want to meet you halfway here. I hope this reading clarified a couple of things for you, my dear friend. Like the video and click subscribe if you haven't done so as of yet, and have a super wonderful mid-January. Hello, my dear Leo. Welcome. This is your mid-January love and relationship tarot card reading. Let's look at your energies for this time frame and the energies of the person that you're connecting with. What's been happening in your relationship and the current state of the relationship. See what we have here. Ooh, we got the Knight of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. You know, you want your love life, this partnership, to be happy. You really like when everything is good at your house, when your family has everything that you want them to have, and you're working hard in order to make sure that they're well taken care of here. With the Nine of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords combination here, I feel like during this time frame, you're working towards increasing your financial stability, but not for yourself, actually for this person you're connecting with. They're the ones who are motivating you to do better because you love them so much. Knight of Pentacles, wow. And the Devil, I love it. So with the Knight of Pentacles here, it's all about working very, very hard and being very patient to acquire whatever is it that you need. And here I feel like you're working very patiently to get more resources for your family, and it's kind of like it's your instinct. You are instinctively working super hard to provide for this person you're connecting with. Wow. Let's see where they're at. Seven of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. They're not fully available to you emotionally during this time frame. It feels like for some of you, I feel like two different energies here. For some of you, this person could be not really honest with their resources. Like they might not be very honest with their money. They might be spending behind your back. They might kind of prioritize money over everything else here. And that's why maybe on that deep level, you feel like you need to be providing for them because this is what the value. For others of you, this is just a person who's scared to lose money, like somebody who's scared to not have enough, somebody who's scared that they're gonna end up, you know, somewhere without any funds, without food, without shelter, and that energy could be pushing you to do what you do. Let's see the clarifying cards. The King of Cups and the World. Wow, they are a really good person. Like, underneath it all, they're really, really good person who's very loving, who's very caring. So you are connecting to somebody who truly loves you and who is giving you the emotional satisfaction that you're seeking, like the emotional that we are all seeking. They're completing you for sure. And when you look at them, or when you look at your family situation, this is the source of your fulfillment. This is the source of your happiness and your like your idea of success. Like, what is it like to be successful? You feel successful when your family is taken care of, because they are your everything. What a beautiful energy. Let's see what's been happening in your relationship. Yeah, you have a really strong partnership. You have a strong union here. It's undeniable. And let's see where you are right now. The Fool energy. I love it. It's kind of like you're growing as a whole relationship. Some of you could be moving in together. Some of you could be moving on to the next level, to even like maybe have a child together, consider having pets together. Like just basically bringing this relationship to a new start, to a new beginning, like into the new chapter. Great energies here. Let's see what the universe wants you to know. Wow, these cards are everywhere. Let me give it one more shuffle to clear this energy up a little bit. Page of Cups. Wow, beautiful. Page of Cups is very easygoing energy. So the universe just wants you to know that you shouldn't be hard on yourself. Don't be hard on yourself. This person will love you no matter what, even if you can't fully give them what you think you should be giving him here. They will still love you for who you are, because you are a wonderful person. You are somebody who is willing to take care of them. You are somebody who's willing to provide for them, and they see it and they recognize it. So the universe wants you to know, like, ease off. Like, you don't have to be so hard on yourself. Everything is going to be okay. You have a solid individual here connected with you. Obviously, this is a general reading, but this energy that I'm picking up is super amazing. I hope this reading clarified a couple of things for you, my dear friend. Like the video and click subscribe if you haven't done so as of yet, and have a super wonderful mid-January. Hello, my dear Virgo. Welcome. This is your mid-January love and relationship reading. Let's look at your energies here, my friend. Let's look at the energies of the person you're connecting with. What's been happening in your relationship and the current state of your relationship. Let's see. Oh, you're in the Four of Swords and a High Priestess energy. I feel like you are regenerating yourself. You're almost like a person who is in the process of being reborn. You are trying to rest more. You're trying to perceive your life from a whole different perspective. You're trusting your intuition more. You're stopping all this thinking. You're stopping to overthink, or at least this is what the universe is calling you to do. You are finally quieting your mind down, and you're allowing the higher power to take over. You're allowing your subconscious to kind of guide you to where you need to be. That intuition is definitely heightened for you during this time frame, and I like it, because when you quiet your mind, that's when the intuition starts coming out. And look at this, Hanged Man and the Hermit. This is beautiful. And Hermit is the Virgo energy in the tarot deck. And with the Hanged Man here, I just feel like you're finally gaining a new perspective, or you're in the process of gaining that new perspective to learn how to trust yourself, to learn how to trust the intuition. It takes a lot of courage to get there. It takes a lot of self-work to get there. And I feel like you're working on it. You're working on trying to figure out how to not let your idealism get in the way, like how to change that perception of how the world operates and make your life easier for yourself as a result of it. Love it. Let's see what they are. Knight of Pentacles and the Two of Cups. Wow. So even if you're here working really hard on yourself, here they are. They're your support system. With the Knight of Pentacles and the Two of Cups here, they're your true partner. They're definitely showing you the unity and they're giving you the support that you need during this time. And they're very patient with you. Like whatever is it that you're going through, like if you feel like you're withdrawn, if you feel like, you know, you need to spend time on your meditations or spend time on like walking or working out, like however you get into this clear-minded zone, they're patient with you and they are appreciating the fact that you're doing this for yourself. Five of Wands and the Three of Cups, and you're pushing them to be better as a result of your progress. Like the more you progress, the easier your energy becomes, the more they push themselves to also get into that easy state of mind. It's kind of like they're feeding off of your vibe. The calmer and more chill you are, the calmer and more chill they strive to be. And that, of course, results in happiness. That results in, you know, really celebratory kind of energy, the energy where you can truly enjoy life because the ease, that sense of ease is there. Let's see, your relationship has been based on this intuitive feeling. With the Moon card here, I feel strongly, like intuitively, there's been crazy attachment, crazy kind of connection between the two of you. It's like yin and yang connection where one cannot be without the other. Like when one is with the other, that's when they blossom. That's when they become better, stronger as individuals. And you're currently in the Strengths card energy, which is the energy of, you know, having compassion for each other, realizing that you have a strong, this is the strongest card in the deck, a strong connection here. And I don't know if I mentioned this, but I did feel strongly like there is a sense of feeling like the other person in the relationship is their rock, like having that reciprocity, I can't pronounce the word, like that yeah, but it goes both ways. Both of you look at each other, like at the other person, and you see how they're helping you be better. Their success is your success, and I love it. Let's see what the universe wants you to know. The Two of Wands. It's in your hands, my dear Virgo. It's always in your hands to figure out how you want your life to look, or what you want to see in this relationship and as well outside of this relationship. You know, and I said before, when you get into this easy energy and you allow this intuition seep through, that's when you feel lighter and this whole relationship feels lighter as well. If you don't work on yourself, if you don't let yourself regain that sense of wellness, regain that quiet mind state, then of course you won't be happy within the relationship because you're not happy with yourself and where you are. Beautiful message here for you, my dear Virgo. I hope this reading clarified a couple of things for you. Like the video and click subscribe if you haven't done so as of yet. And have a super wonderful mid-January. Hello, my dear Libra. Welcome. This is your mid-January love and relationship reading. Let's see where my Libra energies are for this month, or for this time frame rather. And let's see the person you're connecting with. Oh, what's been happening in your relationship and the current state of the relationship. Let's see what we have here. We got the Queen of Swords and the King of Pentacles here. Wow. So you've been thinking a lot about how to increase your stability and your security as it comes to you as an individual and as it comes to this relationship. You want to make sure that your relationship is stable, and you want to make sure that you feel safe within this relationship and the person you're connecting with also feel safe within this relationship. I like it a lot. And you're not being driven just by some kind of empty feelings. So like, I don't want to call them empty feelings, but you know, like sometimes we're so inspired when we feel like we're so in love to do, you know, nice things for the other person. Here you are fully conscious and fully aware of how you want this relationship to look like, and you're willing to put work into it to make sure that there is safety and security within this relationship. Oh my God, I just dropped all of my cards. I have to pause this for 1 second. You know, like nothing happens without a reason, right? Like another card just fell on the floor. I feel like with this energy, there could be a sense of some kind of, it fell this way, some kind of confusion within you, because even though you have a clear goal and you have a clear understanding of how you want things to be, you just don't know how to get there. Or what is it that you have to do in order to achieve the state of stability within the relationship, the state of security. And I don't feel like it really has to do with the state of your relationship. It could though, but I do feel like it's more the physical security and physical, in a sense, like financial security is worked out in your life. And with the Tower card here and the Three of Wands card here, I do feel like it's kind of something happened within the relationship where for a brief moment, for a brief period of time, you felt insecure. You felt that there was lack of security. You felt like there was a lack of opportunity or lack of some kind of prosperity coming in your life. And that's why you've been planning and trying to make decisions of how to not ever get into that place again. I do feel strongly that this has to do with the material world. However, this could mean something else within your relationship. This could also mean that something happened where you didn't feel secure with this person, as in maybe you couldn't trust them enough, or maybe you felt like they were not going to be there for you whenever you would need them to be there for you. That energy also comes through here. Let's see where they are. 8 of Cups and the Devil. Wow. So they are disconnected. They are disconnected from the reality almost. Like, I don't want to say anything crazy about them, but there is definitely, as grounded as you are here with the Queen of Swords, as much as you understand the truth within the reality, they're just as much disconnected. They might not see the issue where you saw the issue. They might not see the need to plan in order to conserve your resources or to create stability within the relationship for some kind of reason, like especially if it's financial. I feel like this person could be a spender. They could be spending things on selfish endeavors instead of trying to save money for the better of the relationship. That could definitely be here. With the Devil card here. And it could be like spending on material things, spending on drugs, alcohol, going out. There could be a lot of different things. Let's see. 7 of Pentacles and the Emperor. Even though like they're willing to work towards a relationship and they're willing to work towards the stability that you are telling them you need, like you as a couple need to work towards to, they are feeling stable. They are feeling like everything is okay. Like within their paradigm, like everything is fine. They really are not seeing the issues the way you are seeing them during this time frame. And historically, you know, like in the recent past, there was a lot of adventure. There was a lot of action within this relationship. So something happened recently for you to kind of get into the serious state. And you're currently with the Chariot energy here. I feel like as a relationship, you are moving away from how things used to be within the relationship into a different energy. And you're already walking towards that energy, like you're already on the path there, like you see it clearly how to get there. The person you're connecting with is not fully there yet. It doesn't mean that they're not going to jump on this wagon. I do feel like they will, but they need a lot more time to get there. And they need to get over their own sense of feeling like they're right. They got to relinquish a little bit of that control. Let's see what the universe has for you. What advice is here? The Strength card. Wow, another major arcana card here. Stay strong, my friend, and be brave. Be brave and compassionate in your conversations. Continue talking about it. Continue stating your point. And do it in a compassionate manner, you know, like especially with them being in this Emperor energy. They feel like they know it all. And they might react defensively. Be compassionate. They're just not understanding what is happening. With time, they will get to your vision. Like they will understand what you are trying to say here. I hope this reading clarified a couple of things for you, my dear Libra. Like the video and click subscribe if you haven't done so as of yet, and have a super wonderful mid-January. Hello, my dear Scorpio. Welcome. This is your mid-January love and relationship reading. Let's see where my Scorpio energies are at for this time frame. Okay. Cards don't want to shuffle, but they don't want to stop either. Okay, so here you go. These two cards fell out for my Scorpio energy. Two major kind of cards. Wow. And let's look at their energy right here. The person you're connecting with, what's been happening in your relationship, and the current state of your relationship. So we got the moon and the world for you, my dear friend. Interesting energy, because as you're seeking tranquility and harmony in your life, you are also feeling like intuitively you're seeking harmony and tranquility in your life, but you're kind of not sure how to get there during this time frame. It's almost like you want quiet, you want peace, you want like the serene feel in your life, but I feel like your relationship is almost like confusing you, because you're not getting that sense of peace, you're not getting that sense of comfort, yet do you feel like you should be? I don't know. Let's get two more cards here. Yeah, Five of Pentacles and the Temperance card is here. So it's almost like you feel like you should be getting that sense of tranquility, but you're not getting it. And that's because you are trying too hard to please the other person. You're trying too hard to make sure that they are okay. You're trying to make sure that they have everything they need, all of their needs are met, even when they're not asking you for it. Instead of trying to find a balance between giving energy to you and giving energy to them into this relationship. Does it make sense? It's like the universe is calling you to find that middle path with this Temperance card here. And the universe is also telling you to be patient with yourself, because it's a very there's like a very fine line between, you know, giving too much and not giving enough in the relationship. And it takes effort to figure that line out. However, I do feel strongly that there is, it's not balanced in your life right now because you're giving too much into their needs. And maybe they're not even asking you to do all these things that you do, yet you do those things anyway. Let's see what they are. Five of Cups and the Knight of Wands. So I see that they could be like moping around. They could feel like their life is not going the way they want it to go. There is no excitement. There is no action. There is something is missing in their life, and they are definitely exuding that energy into this relationship. So they're bringing that home. They're bringing that self-pity, that sense of loss, that sense of grief into your relationship. Maybe they don't mean to do it, and I feel like they don't mean to do it, but because they're doing it, it's pushing you to kind of pick up the slack for them, you know, like maybe you go out of the way to cook for them more. Maybe you're going out of the way to go pick them up or like do their chores, and like letting them sit in this energy instead of like pushing them to get out of this energy. Let's see what else we got here. We got the Strength card and the Devil. Wow. What energies we have here. They are insane. It's like they are a strong person. They are somebody who is, you know, has a lot going on for them. They're not just like, they're not like a nobody. They're somebody who has accomplished a bunch. They are a wonderful person. They have a lot of skills. They are a beautiful individual inside and out. And you see that. But for some reason, you know, instinctively, they are completely denying themselves. How do I say it? Instinctively, they are pushing that energy away. And instead of embracing the strength energy, instead of embracing that inner strength, they're kind of falling into the energy of maybe even like addiction, like drinking, you know, like being a shopaholic, shopping a lot. Energy of like nothing is good anyway. Like what's the point of trying? That kind of energy. Energy of being trapped in that mind space where nothing is good, nothing will ever be good, you know, I haven't accomplished anything. And it's eating them away, being in that state, and it's also affecting you a whole lot here. Let's see what's been happening in your relationship. Seven of Pentacles. So you've been both working hard on this relationship, putting energy into this relationship. So I do feel for many of you, this relationship has already some roots established here. This is like not really a brand new relationship here. However, with an Eight of Cups here, there's huge disconnect between the two of you during this time frame. Huge disconnect because they're dealing with their thing here. They're dealing with their emotional space. And all you're doing, instead of putting energy onto yourself, you're putting that energy into them without them even asking. Therefore, your cup is empty and their cup is empty, and no one is happy, and everyone is just disconnected. There's no happiness, there's no love. There's like totally stagnant energy here. Let's see. Oh, card fell on the floor. What the universe wants you to know. This is the advice card, the King of Wands. Wow. King of Wands is all about seeing the big picture. The universe wants you to see a big picture and try to figure out how to overcome this challenge by looking at yourself first. What are you not doing for yourself? What are you forgetting to do for you? Like, instead of trying to fix them or help them during this time frame, because they will get out from this energy. They will get out of it. This is where they are right now. And in the end of the day, this is on them to figure this energy out, and it's on them to figure out how to get out of it. You have to concentrate on you. You have to understand the big picture, that you cannot be somebody's a scapegoat. You cannot be somebody's doormat. You cannot be somebody's, like assistant and like a maid, or whatever, just because they're in their fields. You can't do that. You got to establish that boundary. You got to understand that to overcome whatever is happening with within this relationship, you have to regain your personal strength first. Wow. What a bunch of strong energies here. I hope this reading clarified a couple of things for you, my dear friend. And oh my God, I forgot what I even have to say. Just make sure you like the video and click subscribe if you haven't done so as of yet. And have a wonderful mid-month of January here. Hello, my Sagittarius. Welcome. This is your mid-January love and relationship reading. Let's see where your Sagittarian energies are for this time frame. And let's see where the person you're connecting with is, what's been happening in your relationship, and the current state of your relationship. Ooh, you're in a Queen of Wands and a Five of Swords energy. You're trying to overcome the things that are driving you nuts right now. You're trying to overcome all the negativity that's happening in your life. You're trying to transform, and you have this energy available to you, this courageous energy that allows you to bring in joy and kindness into your life. And the universe is seeing how deep down inside you are a very confident individual, and the universe wants you to let that confidence out. And the only way you can let that confidence out is if you allow yourself a little grace here. Wow, the High Priestess and the Two of Cups. So even though you're so preoccupied with your own mental state here, intuitively, like on a subconscious level, you are really highlighting your partner here right now. With the High Priestess and the Two of Cups being here, you highlight your partnership, and this union between you and this person is what's giving you strength during this time frame, because it's not really easy for you to stop the mental anguish that you're having. It's not really easy for you to just stop thinking and letting go of your issues, your problems. It's easier said than done to just be confident, be courageous, find joy and concentrate on the positive. Yes, that's what the universe wants you to do, but it doesn't mean that it's easy. However, you are finding strength and you are finding support in this union between you and this person they're connecting with. And let's see where they are. They're in a Seven of Swords and a King of Pentacles energy. They're trying not to carry other people's burdens here. They're trying to gain security. They're trying to get prosperity and be somebody who is not really concentrating on the issues of other people anymore. Somebody who is not wasting their time, not wasting their energy to constantly pick up after everyone else. And I see how that's giving you strength. I see how that's inspiring you to do better for you here. Let's see what we got here. Six of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords. They are too scared that if they will continuously give, and give, eventually there's going to be nothing left for them. So you could be feeling how they are prioritizing their needs above everything during this time frame. You could be feeling it, you could be observing it, and I do feel like for many of you, you are connecting with the person who is trying to prioritize what they think is important for them in their life before anyone else. And that's inspiring to you in some weird way. Like subconsciously, you're looking at this, you're looking at how they're they're putting resources back into themselves, and you like it. You're like, wow, this person is becoming stronger. This person is becoming more of their true self, and it's inspiring to you. And this relationship is based on the Nine of Pentacles energy. This relationship in the recent past has gone through this Nine of Pentacles energy. It's a really rewarding relationship. Very beautiful, luxurious relationship where two people can count on each other. Two people know that the other one will always have their back no matter what. I love it. I love how connected the two of you are during this, in the past, and during this time frame, you're in an Ace of Wands energy, which is like a very inspiring energy to do better, to create, to move forward, and also to gain the ease of mind. Ace of Wands is all about freeing your mind from this energy, from the Five of Swords energy and the Seven of Swords energy, the daily obligations, the things that make us think and overthink. And I like it. It's a much lighter energy that's coming your way for sure. Let's see what the universe wants you to know. And advice that it has. The Hierophant. I love it. Hierophant is the healer of the people here, my dear friend. This is the energy of everything will be okay. You know what's right. You know what's wrong. Stick to doing whatever you believe is right. Stick to doing, like staying ethical and kind. And what's the word? I forgot the word. And you will find that peace. You will find the balance, not only within this relationship, which I feel is really strong to begin with, but you will also find the balance within yourself that you're seeking. And I do feel like the way you're going to find this balance is through this partnership, is through observation and through communicating with them, trying to figure out where they are mentally and what is happening to them. It's only going to feed you to do better for you. I hope I explained this energy well enough. It's a little confusing, but very clear here. Hope this reading clarified a couple of things for you, my dear friend. Like the video and click subscribe if you haven't done so as of yet, and have a wonderful mid-month of January.